with that,
Appreciate it.
It was kind of like it just came. Like she's like, well, but if I'm gonna wear this, I have to, hit squat rack and stuff. And
Right.
I'm like, I mean, if that's what you want to do,
if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
cool.
let her make her own decisions on that. You don't tell her what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Just let her do her thing.
So I'm like, if that's what you want to do. So I handled that okay. Right. See, I suggested, I was like, well, since we're on a cruise and nobody be around and it's out of Miami, why don't you wear this? And she's like,
you suggest the outfit?
Yeah. And she's like, I'm like, look at my wife's butt cheeks. This is what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I suggested that, and then she was like, yeah, I'm good. And then she's like, I gotta get in the lab because I gotta, so I gotta hit the squats and stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, if that's what you want to do, that's your business, right?
I'm gonna support you either way.
Should be an awesome cruise though. We're going to the Bahamas. We're going to Atlantis and a place called Coco Cay.
There's no basketball going on there.
I'm going there in June, Coco Cay.
Are you?
Yeah, we're going on a cruise for my birthday in June, so we're going there too.
Okay, we're going on the Navigator of the Seas with Royal Caribbean.
See, we're Royal Caribbean too, but
I
we're
just work with a bunch of party
I think
animals.
it's one of the smaller ones.
Okay, yeah. So we got a suite.
I'm jealous.
Oh, dude, sick. We got suites, got a balcony.
I'm gonna go to Clarksville. Not Indiana either.
Hopefully. So, yeah, a lot of good things going on. By the way, also speaking of another trip, I'm going to Orlando. As most people know, I've talked about that during spring break. Swear to you, everything as of yesterday, WrestleMania can kiss my butt. I don't even think I'm gonna go.
I'm listening.
I don't even think I'm gonna go. I think I'm out. And I even started. My son don't even know about it because hopefully we're in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
according to your predictions,
according to Joe Lenardi's bracket, we will not be. But hopefully we're in Atlanta. So, but here's the thing. I'm terrible. I already started feeding his mind. I was like, yeah, WrestleMania, man, is gonna be. Oh,
is this had anything to do with the results from wrestling the other day? Because
everything to do with.
Listen, you were disappointed, right?
No, I felt like Louisville lost in the tournament yesterday.
So here's the problem.
It was that bad.
You either say that to me or I think you said it to me, right? What I did is I said, "Hey Gibbs, what Rummage talking about this?
Yep.
What's the names I need to know? Just give me the main name.
Goldberg and the Fiend.
The Fiend. Yeah. So I said, what's Rummage talking about? Goldberg busting the Fiend. He said, oh man, he's like, is that what happened? He's like, you ruined it for me. Yeah, he was pissed off.
Oh no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when they do those random shows in Saudi Arabia, which is stupid, don't even get me caught on that. But they do them over there. They're at like noon during the day. Yeah. So I watch this. This happens. I'm like, look, WWE is the Raiders back in the day. You're like, with all due respect, it's not going to be good until Al Davis either retires or moves on to the afterlife. And that's how I feel about WWE. It's not going to be good until Vince McMahon either moves on to the afterlife or just quits. Or just quits.
Does he need like a Lil Jones to help him out?
You need something because see, that's a good point because see, even Jerry Jones, he whacked out too, but Stephen Jones kind of keeps him level-headed. Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Is Lil Jones going to let Dez Bryant come back?
So yes, Jerry Jones talking about he's thinking about Dez in the shower.
But what is Lil Jones going to say?
Yeah, no, they'll take him back, but Dez knows. Look, they already told him you ain't gonna make a lot of money, but we'll take you back. We'll see what you want to do. So I'm just like, here's my thing. I'm like, dude, I'm not even giving y'all my money. At this point, I don't even want to buy a ticket to WrestleMania. I don't even want to give y'all.
You don't deserve my patronage.
Y'all don't deserve it. Mm-hmm. I was on the fence about Saturday night AEW. Mm-hmm. I was like, because man, they're $50. I'm not used to paying $50 for pay-per-views anymore. I watched that crap yesterday. I was like, y'all getting all my money. I may start tithing to AEW. Swear to God, 10%. Everything I got. 10% to the church, 10% to Cody Rhodes and AEW.
You were disappointed.
I was hurt, man. I was hurt. I didn't think that would happen, man. And y'all know, look, y'all may think I'm a dork. That's fine.
But it wasn't a good surprise.
I love wrestling. Y'all probably sit in your room in the dark and watch Dragon Ball Z or something. That's cool. Like, look, I'm just
Dragon Ball Z compilations.
I'm just willing to talk about it on the air. But yeah, I was hurt bad. I was like, I can't believe this. I finally made the decision to go to WrestleMania, and that's what y'all do to me. I was done. I was telling them off on, and it wasn't just me. Like, they're catching a lot of heat, like a lot from all over. People are just
I mean, Gibbs' reaction was crazy.
Dude, yeah. Like they tweeted out there like, what was your favorite match from Super Showdown? And like the first 17 comments were like, yeah, the one where I canceled my WWE subscription. Like, yeah, it was terrible, man. Terrible. They ruined everything, man. I hate it, man. I just hate it. I was finally gonna go, man.
You missed your window.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm out.
Emotional Steve.
Sorry.
Let us remind. This is exactly what Steve sounded like on Tuesday morning.
I've never needed a Final Four more, dude, than I need one this year.
This is 100% what Steve Rummage sounded like on Tuesday morning of this week.
Yeah. No, it's fair enough. Yeah, I was done. I was like, this team can't do anything.
Thursday morning, you're writing public apologies to Darius Perry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You live on emotion.
Absolutely, especially with the basketball team.
Speaking of emotion and basketball team, the Yum Center, last game for your seniors. We talked about the seniors in particular, and kind of what is their, their line, their 3-sentence line about how they were as a player.
Yeah.
Since it's going to be the last game in the Yum Center,
do you need a soda?
Not yet, but don't call me out on it. You let me fight through.
I will, but I just need you to admit that it worked.
I'm not drinking Coca-Colas to soothe a sore throat.
That's fine. Hey, go ahead and cough away.
I didn't cough yet, Steve. You brought it to everybody's attention that I was sitting here crying.
No, because I'm looking at you and tears are running down your face. I physically think I'm gonna lose my friend.
Do you think
like doing a show
like you over there on the pizza?
Oh yeah, I know. Like you watched me die. I saw your face, and like for a moment there was legit. I was like I knew you liked me. After that, like I really believed you liked me because there was legit concern. You was like, he's dead.
This is how you go out.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Okay. I just got to open this up to the phone. Actually, we'll throw Lily under the bus for this first one.
Let's do it.
Lily, there's been approximately 15 home games this year. Give me your top 3 moments. Go.
He said go.
Home games.
Home games. The top 3 moments. Home games. Lily, pressure, go.
You can't just
go.
make me go through this whole
Lily,
season.
our profession is about working on the fly, on the spot. Some caller calls, they get you with some question. They want you to know something. Come on.
By the way, they're talking about how good you did on the Sports Center update.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah,
but
I felt like I did pretty bad.
Now watch what comes.
How about this? Not just moments. Let me break it down. It doesn't just have to be like a play, but like a game. Like the top 3.
Yes. It could be walking to the arena for this game. It could be the top 3 Lily loves the Yum Center or Lily loves Louisville basketball moments of the year that are home centric.
How about this? I'll start off. Let me start off.
You started off.
And then you take the second one. Mine would immediately go to this. And there's 2 that's close to being tied.
Just give me one.
But I'm going to do one.
We'll go round robin.
Yeah, I'm going to do one. Walking back over to Al J's after my number 1 team beat the number 4 hottest team in America. I was walking back to Al J's, and I remember there was cars in that parking garage, and I remember guy rolled his window down. He's like, they're good, Steve.
Hey, Dawn, welcome back. How are you?
Sorry, but when Don Yates walks in for the first time in a week and a half, you stop the show.
Right.
You stop the show, you stand up, and you give a standing ovation to Miss Dawn. So it's good to have her back.
She's as happy to be back as we are.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. So, but walking back over, man, I remember because that moment I was like, not only are we back, if you want to say that,
Yep.
I was like, this team's going to win the national championship.
It's funny you say that. My first thought, was? Sitting there watching Juwan Howard from our vantage point. Sitting there watching him across from, because he's everybody, like, Juwan Howard, right? And just that view I had of Juwan Howard, the packed house in here, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like right after the intro and stuff, and looking at Coach Mack. And
man.
He looked like he wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Personally, the team looked like they wanted it. And we're talking about the game started. You know what I'm saying? Just that cross section of this game is crunk as heck.
Yeah, man.
Right? This my first moment that I think of now. We can rank them later on.
Yeah.
But that was one of those moments. Like, this is just awesome.
Did that help?
Okay, I do have one. It's not a play,
That's fine. Yeah.
but it's something that happens at a lot of the home games, and it just makes my heart warm. Whenever I see Bill Murray at the games, and he just has his little hat on and he's smiling, it's awesome. I mean, the Yum Center goes crazy every time.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That
Where
works.
we're seeing Bill Murray in the Yum Center. Yeah, like that. I like that one. I like that one.
Number 2.
Also, the recent one with Montrezl Harrell and his cute little son there, that was awesome.
See,
too.
now that's Lily. That's why we
now you're
love
getting
you.
the point.
That's why we love you, because you took the pressure and then you come out with something like that, and it's
now
like
you forced us to step up our game on the next one.
that is the crux of what he's asking right there. A moment where
8150 939 815 0939. Feel free to jump in on this one 100%.
Yeah.
Like, give us your moment that just so far you remember this season.
because that right there is what we're talking about. Where you're sitting there and you're like, man, it's good to see Trez back in the Yum Center, man. And you're,
I mean, that was awesome. And his son, how cute is he?
Right,
That's a
man.
good one.
And the team's balling, and you're just like, man, this is awesome. That's a good one. Good job.
Number 2.
You're gonna make it in this business after all. I thought she was done.
You can't handle the pressure.
Yeah. I was like, she's out right here. No, perfect. Okay. Oh, number 2 for me. Virginia as a whole. just winning that game, man.
That's listen,
Like-
there are no rules here.
Yeah, I was just like, man, that one felt. Oh, by the way, Virginia's pretty good. Virginia can still get the 1 seed in the ACC. That would take a lot, but I mean,
I
yeah.
saw Locke tweet about that last night. They need to win out.
Oh, I know.
But
He
I
was
saw
like,
him tweet about it last night, and I was like, here we go.
he was like, yeah, they could if they win out, they win. And I'm like, yeah, if my aunt had,
Right.
you know what,
Anatomically correct.
yeah, like she
Incorrect.
wouldn't be my aunt.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, come on now. But yeah, man, finally getting over that hump and doing it in the manner in which we did it. Putting 90. What did we put on them?
Yeah,
90?
we put it
or something like that. Yeah, like it was just that was awesome.
And they did it with your boy Walden Tenside was cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was
He
going
cooking.
off, man.
So it didn't look like they looked incompetent this year, and we just like put it to them.
By the way, I'm reading Jake Weingarten says that Louisville will host junior Efton Reed for an official visit. He's a 5-star this weekend.
Junior
5-star. So that's good, right?
Okay, let me go down the list. Miami, Pitt, Wake Forest, Notre Dame, NC State. I need another moment. What's another moment, Steve? I don't want to go Aljays because
I'll be honest.
Aljays,
A lot of my moments come from you and me on the post game and watching the people come through and how happy people were like, that's where a lot of my lasting, because in the game, I'm just so in the game, dude. I'm like, we suck, we're good.
Let me ask you this: is this a referendum right now? What we're going through, the difficulties, is this a referendum on our expectations going into this season? How everything was supposed to win. We're supposed to do this. Is that why we don't have all these moments, like we didn't soak up the same level of moments? Because think about it. If I were to ask you, what's a bigger moment, Darius Perry's NIT dunk or something from this season? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what play do you remember?
See, okay, if we went play, that's tough.
That's my point. Like think about it.
Tough,
us having this conversation says there's not really plays that get us so excited, because everything we've seen, we expected to see.
No single play jumps out to me, man.
Right. Like I could come up with Enoch, turn around, dunk it, and here's the problem. Enoch does this awesome dunk, right? And we say, yeah, about time. Yeah. Look, now you're getting it, Steven.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have been doing that.
Yeah.
Jordan and Steven have done some things, you know what I'm saying, this year that if we didn't already have our expectations, like every other fan base would gawk and make gifts of 70 plays that we've made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ryan McMahon, where he shoots from, like Sports Center finds all these plays phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Like the fact that, again, I know when we keep on thinking about it, our callers are thinking about it right now. I know we're going to be able to, come up with some. But right now, for us not to have the full, bam, 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 it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Charles, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
Hey, so are we just talking about in the Yum Center or just the season as a whole?
I'm trying to keep it, Yum Center, Louisville centric, because this is our last game, like in the Yum this year.
Okay. But I have to think about it there.
But Charles, I feel you though, because the Duke game, you ain't even got to say it, was one of the
greatest. Yeah. That's exactly where I was going. I was going to say Louisville-born David Johnson going off on Duke.
Yeah, right. No, 100%. Yeah, that was the moment of the year. Yeah.
Bro, appreciate the call. What's your Duke moment then?
Oh man, I'll tell you what
is the Jordan Wara high screen rub to David Johnson. Where would that rank?
Up there, but the Duke, the final Duke moment is Malik. Yeah, because
the free throw or the dunk?
No, the dunk. I mean, just finishing the game for me. But that game, I mean, we had like 13 dunks. I remember calling. You know what I'll always remember?
Look, as soon as I get home today, Steve, I'm watching the University of Louisville Duke.
Yeah, because
I'm just going to do that for my own mental health.
I remember calling you after the game, and I was like, that right there is what you've screamed about since we've been on radio together. Like, that looked like that was Denny Crum.
That's what I was going to say to you. Like, imagine that Duke game, right? And imagine 20 years of that. Mm-hmm. And I say 20 because out of 27, 28 years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's 8 years where it wasn't like uber stupid athletic, right?
Yeah.
But the other 20, probably more like 22 years out of 28.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Imagine seeing that level of athleticism and as normal. Mm-hmm. David Duncan.
Yeah.
Malik Duncan.
Jordan
and Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam.
Yeah. Sam had one. Yeah.
Game after game after game. Now, I mean, of course, the names make a little difference sometime, but yeah, the two-hand dunk off the rub Jordan one. That was the one. I'm not gonna put that in the highlight one. I'm gonna put that one in the one that makes you go buy the tickets. Mm-hmm. He runs that high ball screen with Jordan Ward. Jordan Ward feeds him that ball, and he dunks it real easy. I'm like, yeah, okay, we're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Marcus, yeah, this is Marcus. Instead of getting one of my favorite things to eat is pot roast.
Had that last night.
Mashed potatoes. I like these baby carrots. Like I have some specialties, right? But here's the thing: when I do the pot roast and the baby carrots and the mashed potatoes and stuff, like when I know I really I'm going to want leftovers, like I'll get the yams.
Yeah.
I'll get other things that I don't have to get.
Right.
You know, if I get the spirits, you know, I could go Smirnoff or I could go Belvedere. You know.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just pay the extra, right?
Yeah. It's fair.
After the Duke game, I went from top shelf
Oh, dude.
to bottom shelf.
Oh my gosh, man.
Like I'm gonna have to tuck away every $7 that I spend on extra stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna want to enjoy this. Because my team is getting ready to go for the run after what I just saw.
Listen, it's why we're sitting here a week away, and this conversation is relevant today too, because after Sunday, when we're back on the air Monday, it's the last week of college basketball regular season. I mean, and at that point, we know how long that can go, and we know how quick that can go. We've done both.
Lily, Steve and myself. You know what we did last year?
Worst day of my life.
What's that?
For the tournament. You want to know what we did?
I would love to know. I'm kind of scared, but
do
I'd
you
like
remember
to know.
what time we played?
Say that again?
Do you remember what time we played last year?
I don't remember what time it was now.
Steve, will you tell Lily what time we played last year?
12 o'clock. 12:30. One
Okay.
of the two.
Do you remember, did you know, Lily, that we were the very first game of the entire NCAA tournament last year?
I didn't know that either, no.
Yeah.
They sent us to Iowa, Lily. Mm-hmm. They sent the University of Louisville to Iowa, right? And like I said, I'm just giving you the quick refresher course because it burnt us a little different. They sent us to Iowa. We were the first game of the entire tournament. There was something wrong with the facility, so they didn't even let the crowd in. So you basically started with the deadest environment in history of college NCAA tournament, right? Do you know who was coaching the team?
Richard Pitino.
Richard Pitino, number 4.
Yep.
Number 5, we did the show. We did the show downtown, right? Let's just say a lot of the people who cheer against Louisville were around us, right? People in this vicinity that cheer against Louisville were there.
And
so the moment
I never watch tournament games in public, ever. Like never watch tournament games in public
unless you're there.
You're right. Unless I'm at the game. Here's the problem. Minnesota, I knew wasn't very good. I'm like, this is a game I truthfully thought would beat Minnesota. We'll lose a good game to Michigan State on Saturday.
That's what everybody thought.
Cool. What I could eat that one.
But
yeah. But I'm like, cool, whatever. I can eat that one. Like that's a good year for this year. So now Minnesota's 3 after 3 after 3, and that ain't even. And then we're in this room, and it's Andy, and it's Cooper, and it's all these guys, and I'm just like,
and they were just loving it.
They
were just loving it.
It was the worst.
What was y'all's reaction though? How are you guys taking everybody just rubbing it in your face?
Oh no! Here's the problem.
Nobody actually would rub it in their face.
They weren't rubbing it in, but it was the look out the corner of your eye.
It was like passive aggressive.
Yes.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it, Marcus. They got it. They're only down 15. I mean, Louisville likes to make runs.
I would rather them straight up rub it in my face than make slick little comments.
What was Cooper? Cooper kept saying
something about the spread, over.
Yeah, they had like a.
Louisville's not scoring, so I'm not going to get the over.
Oh my God,
Lily, that's what we did. And listen, here's the thing: there wasn't time to go anywhere because the show ends at 12 o'clock. It was probably the worst last 20 minutes of radio of the last 2 years on this show, and that's including when the power went out.
I know,
and there wasn't even a show.
It was terrible.
Listen, dead air was better than us going, man, I don't know what to say. I'm just ready for the game. Like we spent 30 or 20 minutes going. I mean, what do y'all want me to say? Like I can't do radio.
It's like it's tournament day. I don't care, and that's what I'm saying. We know how quickly this thing can end, But we also know what it's like when you go into.
Are you trying to dig us back out of this funk we were in?
Yeah, I just don't.
Lily, it was the worst.
We need some positivity.
It was the worst.
And we know what it's like to go into postseasons, and man, it's like by the time you look back, you're sitting there in late March, and you're like, man, that last regular season game feels like an eternity ago.
Because you're on your way to Sweet 16.
Yeah. Like this has been this is a run, man, that we're on. And when you talk about games like the Duke game, when you talk about games like the Virginia game, when you talk about games
Michigan,
where Louisville has found ways to win, when there look like there's no way to win, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why nobody can fully quit on this squad, because you're like, man, this team beat anybody. Like, this is still one of the best rosters in America.
Chris, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, guys, how we doing today?
Good.
Right.
All right, I got two moments for you. The first one is watching the nicest man in the whole entire world realize that we have broke the curse in Tony Bennett, and him looking at his team and saying, we will not lose to these guys when we get them at our place. That was great. And then second one was watching them turn the keys over to DJ and him start that Syracuse game.
That's a good one.
A good one.
I
That's a really
appreciate
good
the
one.
call. That's a good one. You know what? I have to do this though, Chris. You sparked the moment. Let's look. Forget the Yum Center thing. Look, you can just do moments because I give up.
Okay.
I give up trying to make it all local. The Coach K press conference.
Yeah.
Oh my God! When he said, "That's just not. That's not good. That's not how basketball should be played."
Right. Right. Said nothing.
I've been waiting. Listen, secretly, every Kentucky fan looked at Coach K and they were like, "You just knocked out a guy who's been knocking us out all our lives, and I hate it, but I love it."
Yeah.
Kentucky fan would have to admit right now that when you saw Coach K in that press conference, that it did something to you too.
Yeah.
He fell that day.
Yeah.
He fell that day.
Yes.
Think about it. We've beaten him, quite a few times in the last couple of years, right?
Sure.
He looked defeated on that one. It looked like Mac has a style. You're right. Texas says no freedom of movement. He looked helpless.
No, he did. He did, man. And that's what I say, man. That was a game where it looked like you physically went in there and choked them out, man. Like,
you know what? Give me a cigarette. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
Are you ready to get your green on and celebrate the St. Patrick's Bar Crawl at the Sports and Social Club at 4th Street Live? Our friends on the street are also offering up a $1,000 pot of gold this year, too. The green gets going on Saturday, March 7th, beginning at 4 o'clock. Your St. Patrick's Bar Crawl ticket includes drink specials, Shamrock t-shirt, collectible mug, and good old slice of pizza, too. Check out all the green details and purchase your ticket today on eventbrite.com.
are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemore of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Hey Cards fans, Zach here, one of the owners of Great Flow Brewing Company. I'm pleased to announce that our new restaurant at 12717 Shelbyville Road in the Old Wicks is now serving beer, a full menu food, wine, and liquor. We hope you can come out to watch the next Louisville basketball game with fellow fans and cheer us right along as we get to the meat of the ACC schedule. We open at 11 a.m. every day with happy hours from 2 to 6 p.m. Hope to see you there.
We are ESPN.
life that happens just once a year. Whether you ride for the Cinderella or go all in for the legendary comeback, however you choose to be a fan during March Madness, you make the game. The road to the Final Four goes through Indianapolis, the NCAA Men's Basketball Midwest Regional, March 26 and 28 at Lucas Oil Stadium. Visit ncaa.com/MBB tickets to get your seats today.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
If you've been thinking about getting engaged or selecting the perfect wedding band, join us this Saturday, February 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
It's Davis Jewelers' Leap into March bridal event.
Come shop all the newest styles from our top engagement ring designers, including Sylvie, Martin Flyer, JB Starr, and award-winning designer Noam Carver.
Plus, wedding bands for the bride and groom from Benchmark, Blue Royale, Carlux, and Lashbrook.
Come talk directly with our wedding band and bridal designers' official representatives. They'll be here in person.
We'll have special one-day prices on all our loose diamonds.
Save an incredible 20% off all engagement ring settings, wedding bands, and nearly every completed engagement rings, including the ever-popular stackable diamond bands.
Save hundreds, even thousands. We'll also have special interest-free financing for qualified buyers.
It's Davis Jewelers' Leap into March bridal event this Saturday, February 29th from 10 until 6 at Davis Jewelers.
Davis Jewelers. We're at Forest Green Boulevard, just off North Hurstbourne Parkway, and at davisjewelers.com.
Results may vary. See website for details. 2020 is here, and so is finally having 2020 vision. Now is the time to get your free LASIK exam at Jaffe LASIK to see if LASIK is right for you. LASIK can be a life changer, literally giving you 2020 vision in minutes. Don't wait any longer because it's by far the best time to see if LASIK can work for you. That's right. If you're looking for LASIK in Louisville, Jaffe Custom LASIK has advanced custom LASIK technology, and now for the best price of just $295 per eye. Jaffe is the choice for fast, easy, and affordable LASIK. Jaffe LASIK can correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye in Louisville. Start your 2020 with 2020 vision. Schedule your free LASIK exam today to see if LASIK is right for you. Dial *** 2020 or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Call and schedule your free LASIK exam. Just dial *** 2020 on your mobile phone now or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Dial ** 2020. The exam is absolutely free. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now. That's ** 2020. Dial ** 2020.
Have you been in a car wreck? Insurance companies can be really tough to deal with on your own. I'm Sam Aguiar, and our team is here to help. We have been fortunate enough to represent thousands of people from Kentucky communities, and we would love to speak with you about your potential case. Our team loves what we do. The consultation for you is free, and we don't charge you anything unless we win the case for you. So come be a part of our team. Our phone number is easy, 502-888-8888. 502-888-8888.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand. From the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago, I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com, that's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
This is Marcus Maven, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Texter says, Jordan nearly going for 40, but not getting his 40th from Darius Perry is one of his moments.
That's funny. It's funny because he apologized to Jordan again on the Instagram the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
How bad? And his senior night?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Does Jordan need to go for 40 just to make up for it?
Listen, let's talk about Jordan for a few minutes since we're closing out the hour here. Jordan is going to be an interesting conversation over the next couple weeks. Let's lay out all the facts. Press release come out today or yesterday and stuff, and a lot of people we knew. Jordan is being honored in the senior day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Jordan is getting his degree. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we credit him for that. Major credit for that.
In 3 years.
In 3 years. Yeah, major credit for that. He is
proudest thing I was ever for Jalen.
Yeah. Oh man, 'cause that's huge. Yeah, 3-year degree. I mean that's crazy.
And be a top athlete, not just
right.
A guy sitting on the bench.
So here's the thing that's going to be interesting over the next few days. Mock draft comes out today. Jordan Ward is 51st. That means he's 9 picks away from being undrafted. I'm sorry, 10 picks away from being undrafted.
In that mock draft.
But in all the mock drafts, he's pretty much consensusly fallen to the second round. And not just falling to the second round, he's fallen middle of the way through the second round. Now, I want probably more than I've ever wanted for a Jordan Nwora to go off here at the end of the year. Of course, selfishly, because my team would be awesome if he's going off. But when you make a statement like, wouldn't it be awesome for Jordan to go off for 40 to, I say yes on more levels than just good for him. Mm-hmm. He is in a weird spot right now to finish this season. Because he does always have the option to come back. Even if just because you go through senior night doesn't mean that, and I'm not playing that game, I don't think Jordan's going to come back whatsoever. So that's not a thing. But he has the, God forbid something happened.
He'll take $100,000 check just to make sure he didn't come back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean. There's a different pressure. If you're, I mean, again, I'm not even going to use the I word, but if you're a senior and something like that happens, there is no option this late in the season. Mm-hmm. You got to leave. He does have that option. But I want so bad for him to have a big finish to the year scoring. And there's a little part of me over the last couple weeks that has slowly been snickering inside, watching him miss threes, miss more threes, because I'm like, y'all can say what you want, but he ain't going to keep missing. So I was kind of a little sick part of me was like, okay, go ahead, finish February out.
Yeah, get it all out. Yeah,
because he's going to have a game Sunday or next Saturday or maybe even the Thursday after, and he's going to shoot a 3 and it's going to go in. He's going to shoot another one, it's going to go in. He's going to shoot a third one, it's going to go in, and you're going to go. It's on.
You know what else people don't understand about sports? Actually, they understand it, but they don't see it unless you paint a picture for them, right? Because it gets lost in the sauce, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that picked Jordan Nwora to be preseason whatever, right? Preseason whatever.
Yeah.
In the quest to be right, people who are disappointed in how Jordan played this year just need moments late in the season to say, oh, that was the Jordan I knew was there all along.
Yep.
This is how it is. Jordan's awesome, right? You get in the middle of the season, everybody's talking, everybody's looking for the new hotness. Mm-hmm. It happens every single year in every single sport, right?
Yeah.
And all those people who have been Jordan, they eat a little bit of crow three-quarter ways through the season, towards the end. So all these new hotness guys, you were wrong about Jordan. My guy, so-and-so and so-and-so who just came up out of nowhere is the best, right? And you're like, I'm talking about national pundits and commentators and Steve and Marcus. We're like, damn it, Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been, come on, right? Yeah. But out in public, you're like, just wait, right? So people's reputations have been on the line with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Not so much directly. Like I'm not putting some undue crazy pressure, but I'm saying everybody likes to be right, and they like to be right a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure.
Everybody, the first thing Lawrence is going to say when we get to the phone line, he's going to say, I've been saying all year. Right?
Yeah.
When it comes to something. Lawrence is every man, right?
Yeah.
If Jordan finishes busting this VTech and this Virginia,
you can say it.
It's going to be on.
He'll win, and he'll win Player of the Year. If you don't think he can't still win Player of the Year,
right,
you're mistaken.
Right. Because guys, it's just like in football. When you already think a team is good, you're gonna have to kill, bury, cremate, exhume, cremate again. You know what I'm saying? To give up on a guy like Jordan Moore.
Absolutely.
So all those draft boards that had him going 24 and 27 and they've had to alter because Jordan had a bad couple games. They can't wait for Jordan to go for 40. And then his new nickname is Tourney Time Jordan.
That's what I say, man.
Tourney Time Warrior.
That's why I've been
late season warrior.
That's what I've been smiling about over the last couple weeks. I mean, it's like
Texas says, "What a horrible season, 18-7."
Right. Because it's funny because watching the other day, Duke and Wake Forest, they put up, it was like Jordan Cornett's all ACC team. Well, Jordan Moore's on there. And you look and you're like, you're looking at the stats.
You're right. All ACC first team, and you're acting like.
And let me be clear. When I was bringing up his draft stock, I don't think Jordan will stay there. I think Jordan will work. At the end of the day, I think a team. Actually, I think Jordan is set up as good. He won't have as big of a check as the top 5 guys, top 10 guys. But what he will have is what Montrezl Harrell had. Montrezl Harrell went
late to a good team.
To good teams. And even though the Rockets didn't work out as much, when he went to the Clippers, it was the same type of deal.
And you're in a position where you're a valuable asset. And listen, we all know, like I said, that the psychology of the pro game fits Jordan more than college.
100% agree. 100% agree.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. When he gets to the league, you're going to be like, Jordan is one because you know how selfish I am with players. But I was very like Mekhi Becton. I was literally like, I bump into him like, big fella, don't even let anybody talk you into coming back.
Yeah, right.
Like I would love to have you, but you can't. Jordan is one where I'm not totally there.
Our hearts sunk at the thought of him being even somewhat injured
at Miami. Yeah. I'm not told. Like Jordan's one of those where I'm like, there's a little piece that I could see if something didn't go right in the workouts where you're like, maybe there is a benefit to coming back, but it's like there's a couple percent.
None.
Because for the most part with Jordan, I'm like, you should go.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's, like I said, I know how the age thing works in basketball.
100%.
Like I wouldn't even.
The only reason I say this because I think his skill set in the league will be spot up shooter, and that I think overcomes the age thing a little bit. I could get it, but we're talking 96-4.
Jordan plays he plays better desperate as well, in my opinion. Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, guys?
Chilling.
Let me throw something at you. Say Louisville wins on Sunday, then lose that game at Virginia. Then next thing you know, they take up another level in the postseason. Then what will fans be saying? Because think about it, that 2012 team, they almost seem like this 2012 team that year they went to the Final Four. I think Louisville's going to take it up to another level in the postseason. I think you're going to see a whole new Jordan Ward, David Johnson, Ryan McMahon, and Dwayne Sutton, because they're going to be wearing their postseason uniforms. And when Louisville wear their postseason uniform, they do take up another level.
Now, Lawrence, I appreciate the call.
I don't compare this team to the 2012 team. That I disagree with. But I get his point. I mean, listen, that 2012 team, man. Let me read off to you how that 2012 team finished. February 13th, a loss on Big Monday to Syracuse. They beat DePaul in overtime. February 23rd, loss at Cincinnati. Come back, you beat Pitt. February 29th, loss, South Florida. March 3rd, blowout loss, Syracuse.
You don't think they were firing Rick around that time?
Oh, they were. There were people. I mean, yeah, that team, you were like, dude, go get beat by Seton Hall and let's go. Don't embarrass us anymore. They beat Seton Hall. They beat Marquette. They beat Notre Dame. They beat Cincinnati. They won the Big East. They went on. They beat Davidson. They beat New Mexico State. They beat Michigan State, the number 1 seed, and Draymond Green. Beat Florida. Go to the Final Four. Lose a really good game to a Kentucky team with the Anthony Davis, which is the only human being on the planet that can win John Calipari a national championship. So, my God. This team ain't that. But
bouncing, that must mean the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH, get 18-month special financing on a qualifying Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
Mark and Cindy's house was what you might call cozy, with just enough room for their family of 4. Then the twins came along, and life in that house got downright crazy. So Mark and Cindy's family of 6 got themselves a bigger house. And even though they changed their address, they kept their insurance company the same, Kentucky Farm Bureau. Because it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau, it's Mark and Cindy's the more the merrier Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager.
It's Maven, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Offense, defense, what's going on with
Sitting
this team?
by the door,
Off the air, yeah. And I'm not breaking it down. I'm just like I've learned something in the especially in with my faith in that world and stuff is a lot of times with people who've lived a long time and saw a lot, you speak less, listen more, and that will get you. And when guys like Coach Crum and all the players, I mean, everybody you can think of are just sitting there talking.
Look,
I'm like, I've got nothing. I'm just listening.
Steve finishes talking to Crum, then he turns his chair, and it's Milt.
Yeah.
And it's Coach Eves, and it's Tick Rogers, and it's Bozak, then Roger Berkman. Then you go across the room, it's
incredible,
Jerry Jones,
man.
and it's just like everybody is just in that room, passing through, mingling. And Roosters does a great job of this.
That's a great place out there.
Yeah. Keeping it open. The floor plan's open. It's older, younger. Everybody, like I said, even if you just stop by, like I said, Coach Crum has his famous potato soup, and he does have like veggie, vegan options. It was funny. I was telling Judy Cowgill that. I think I was like dieting or something, and she was like, "Oh no, it's okay. We got salads over here. We got all this. You gonna eat something?"
Wait a minute. Are we?
I didn't bring it up.
Are we over there?
I'm gonna go look at the schedule.
Can we figure that out? I'll have the equipment Sunday night.
You'll have the equipment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if nothing's going on, if I don't have to bring it back that morning, because I got it, we'll talk off air. We'll see. Because I'm down. I mean, I mean,
we can just claim it. Like, are you scared?
I think no.
We're gonna be at Roosters Monday, Middletown, on location. Coach Crumb's birthday / potato soup luncheon proceeds will go to the Denny Crumb Scholarship Foundation.
Listen, if there's nothing else, we will look though, man. Because if so, I'm telling you, that event. If you can get over there for lunch, I can't. If you're a fan, I can't hype this up enough for you to stop in.
Yeah,
just
again,
15 minutes.
Yeah, like you don't realize, like just nobody has to stay. Nobody,
No.
like I said, you come in there, you take a picture. Of just you go in there, take a selfie, and get a cup of potato soup.
And the guys love to chat. They will. You grab your favorite player
because people take their time off and just say
I'm telling
nobody's
you.
in a rush.
No, these players will stop. These coaches, these players, they'll give you time.
It's
man.
not just players either. It's the managers, it's the trainers, it's the doctors, it's everybody.
Jonathan Israel could probably give you more stories than any of the players.
Everyone who has been a part of the program.
awesome, man.
I mean, just supporters, and like I said, it's one of those. You just be a fly on the wall at that event, or you can, like I said, or you can mingle hardcore. It's a good networking event too.
Yeah,
just throw that out there.
No, it's a good spot to be, man. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we'll definitely check on that, and if we can, I'm all in.
There'll be 3 new sponsors on the show.
Yeah,
on probably by Tuesday.
I love the event, and I've never got to actually have the potato soup.
You too scared to move around?
No. I've always had to. Now, this is my job. So now, when I'm done, if I want to stick around and eat some potato soup, I can. Before, I had some other things I had to go do. So now, I actually get to eat.
One more thing. Happy birthday, Bozak Smith. People, if you follow Bozak on Facebook, shoot him a message. We got to get Bozak back in. He's one of our
I enjoy
more
talking
opinionated guests that we have in here.
Yeah, man.
Bozak.
There's a few guys, man, that I've been recently. I'm like, I want to. And look, can we put this out there too? Because I've had people ask this more to us, and then we'll get back to the team and what's going on this week or this weekend and next week. But they may even give you a bracketology update too, so we can talk about that. But people come up to me all the time, and the number one question I probably have is, why don't you all have more guests? And here's the explanation I give, and I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm curious to know.
The explanation I give is I say, the reason, look, I'm going to be honest with you. And when I say we, I'm going to say Marcus because I would have went with Marcus. If me and Marcus wanted to be doing radio from 7 to 10 right now, we could be. But we're not, because this 10 to 12, we love having the ear of people. If it cuts the audience in half, but we got you for 2 hours, we like that round table, sit around every day talk. So we a lot of times don't get a lot of guests just because we're like, well, we just this is the opinionated show. But one thing I do want to start implementing is, if there's people you want on the show,
I know, just
let us know, and we're committing to the people.
Text us a joke.
Yeah, the reason is Ray Spalding's why we don't have people on the show.
Ray Spalding, Reggie Boniface.
Because Ray owes us.
Lily, did you know that that's the real reason I don't have guests on anymore?
No, why? What happened? I would like to know.
I've loved this baby since he was able to walk.
Yep.
Ray Spalding.
Ray
Spalding. He was my baby. Ray Spalding, he didn't get in the game when I loved him, right? I loved him when nobody else did, right? I get him all the way. Oh, go ahead. I get baby Ray off the bench. I get him back from injuries.
Yep.
I get him through lack of playing time with Jalen Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I get him to the David Padgett, Ray Spalding.
Yeah.
Just go dominate, Ray.
Absolutely, man.
I get him through, I personally on the radio start the groundswell campaign of big play Ray Spalding.
Yeah.
Right? I do all that work. I get him back from Phoenix. Lily, is that somebody waiting to jump on here, or are they just talking to you?
No.
Oh,
they're asking details about the luncheon.
Fair enough.
Okay, I was gonna go Bob Vaughn and state your business with everybody on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna start. You know, that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start interrupting their phone call. Can I do that?
I don't know.
If she's on the phone and I want to hear what they're talking about, can I press the button?
No, I just put them on hold.
That would put them on hold?
Yeah, like you couldn't patch them in from here if they're on.
If you had the capability, would you do it?
Yeah, it'd probably be funny.
Okay. So you listening?
Catch some weird guy.
I'm back.
Lily, you got a really pretty voice. Like, go ahead and just hang on. Get off that.
So,
real quick though, if somebody is interested in the Denny Crum thing, can they sign up for it online?
That's a good question.
Do you know? Or
not that I know of. Just go.
I told him to go to the Denny Crum Foundation website and talk to Jonathan Israel.
Yeah, if you follow Jonathan Israel online, he's actually listening right now. Awesome. Roosters, Middletown. Just go.
Yeah.
Just go. Tell everybody to go.
I'm sure there are ways to we'll get that information to contribute if you absolutely can't go. But if you can, man, it's worth it. Gosh, it's so worth it.
Jonathan Israel says, my man, just come out, and I'm getting the 3 little dots. RSVP at Roosters. Okay.
Yeah.
You can RSVP at Roosters. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lily, 3 years straight, right? I start the ground school. I personally put the pressure on the coaches to give Ray a chance to play some basketball. He ends up getting drafted. He ends up eventually start off like G League, then he signs, and then he's playing good. And now he's killing it, and he knows that I was the guy who, I know that he knows. His people thank me for everything I did for him, and we book him on the show. He stands me up.
He stood you up.
He stood me up. Okay, listen. I know stuff happens, right? Listen, I love this kid. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was just as shocked as you were that he stood me up, which was a good sign. Because if everybody was like, it's Ray, you know what I'm saying? Then I'd have been like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so Lily, fast forward. There's this other guy. This guy used to play quarterback for the University of Louisville. Led Louisville to one of their biggest wins on the road in Louisville football history. He went up to Notre Dame and won in Notre Dame. Right? Just one of the awesome moments. Is that fair, Steve?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay. This guy's my quarterback, right? I loved his talent, loved his potential. People were hating on him, right? So the next season, this quarterback starts against Auburn, right? He has a bad play, a couple of drives into the game, a really bad play aesthetically. He fumbles, gets ran back 90 yards for a touchdown, right? Coach is mad at him. He loses his position, right? He lost in the first game, in the first half. He lost his job for the rest of the year. You want to know who replaced this guy?
Who replaced him?
This kid, this little punk kid named Lamar Jackson. Right?
What a champ. What a champ.
Okay, so listen. You lost your spot to Lamar Jackson, right? Very next time, you know what he does? Next year, it was next year, right?
Yep.
He moved to running back, right? Marcus Maben falls on the sword. This dude can play running back. Listen, he's gonna know the blocking schemes. His pass pro is gonna be awesome. He can catch, coordination. I don't know how long it's gonna take for him to just catch it up and pull it all together, but I'm telling y'all, he can be a running back. Currently, he just signed for an extension for the Carolina Panthers at running back. Years and years later, right? Everybody got tired of listening to me say, y'all are stupid. This kid's going to be able to play running back. It's just a matter of when, right? I booked him. He's in my DMs. Yeah, oh yeah. Listen, so much so, Steve and I went to an event, a Muhammad Ali, fundraiser.
Yep.
I see this young man, right? I go over to him and say, hey, man, this is my name. You know, I would love to have you on the show. He says, man, I know your name. My dad talked about you all the time. Oh, it was the most heartwarming moment that I've experienced. You know,
how humbling.
It was very, very humbling. And I'm a big fan of his, right? Oh, yeah, you know, I book him on the show. Guess what happens?
He stood you up.
Stood us up.
He stood me up.
So that's the reason you don't invite people here anymore?
We're just hurt. Not really.
Lily, that's really not the
balloon is
reason.
still open, I think.
I'm just never going to miss an opportunity to tell the world that these two players have hurt my feelings. Because everybody knows how much I love these guys. And I would never really hold it against them, but I'm not going to let them forget. Listen, you know what I say with everybody? I say, everybody, if you want to come on the show, come on the show. That's what I did with Steve. He just never went away.
I just never left.
I said, listen.
Yeah, just never left.
But here's the thing. I tell everybody, if you want to come on, if y'all know me, just tell me. But what I'm not going to do is inconvenience you, because I'd love to have everybody on. And I just tell them, you know, but I'm not like, you know, I never want to inconvenience anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like that, and it sucks that I'm like that. But we're just always slow about getting people on. But if you send us any messages, DMs, on the YouTube channel, suggestions, you know, and we see that there's somebody, you know, that wants to be on here, or there's a demand, we can take that demand to said guy and say, hey man, people want to hear you on here, come on here.
Yep.
One more other little issue before we get back to the serious stuff, because we went left field.
That's fair.
Okay, so we had a conversation in the back, you know, in the bullpen, people. And Lily, I don't expect you to know these movies, right? But if you do, that's a bonus. If you don't, that's fine. This is going to be more of a poll question anyway. Actually, can you tell Brian to set up this poll question right now?
He is doing so now.
People Under the Stairs or Candyman? Do you know those movies? Are you familiar with those movies?
I've heard of the Candyman, but I've never heard of People Under the Stairs. I haven't seen either, though.
John.
Because you're sane. Well, no, you're not.
People Under the Stairs or Candyman. Are you familiar with either one? The Candyman? What was the third movie we talked about back there?
Always saying Get Out and This Is Us.
Yeah, but I didn't use those. There's a new Candyman coming out.
Yeah.
And we said,
so what do you want the question to actually be, though?
I don't think he knew. Just
which one was a better movie? Candyman or People Under the Stairs? Which one was scarier? Right? Texters 38 31 93 9. I was trying to talk Drew Diener into considering going to see the new remake of Candyman. That's where the conversation came up. Dawn is the only one who seems to have any idea what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You are familiar with the Candyman, the original?
I mean, by name.
Okay, only by name.
Yeah.
You've never seen a preview. Texas says, bet y'all can't get D-Weed on here. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're wrong about that.
Yeah. I think that would be one. He was on like a couple months ago.
Whenever you leave.
No, that's Reese. Reese will only come in. No. Reese only comes in. Damien's the one that I'm done with. Like I told him, so we're not cool.
When you were out of town. You were out of town,
and he called to come in. I was like, yeah, we're not cool anymore. But Reese had no idea how much I love him.
You sure about that?
No, I'm just hoping.
Everybody's saying Candyman.
Okay.
I think People Under the Stairs was most because People Under the Stairs could be real.
The poll is up on Twitter.
Geez, Steve, look at that top text. Stop. That's not going to make the show content. Oh, hold on, let me vote right here. People Under the Stairs, 100% to vote, right there. And just to be clear, you just don't do scary movies at all.
Not really. Yeah, I'm not a big scary movie guy.
Can I get Jay Scrub on, or is that extra benefit by alumni?
I don't know.
Lily.
His dad. Huh?
I am an alum of the University of Louisville, former basketball player.
Correct.
If I got Jay Scrub on the radio and got him like 1 million more followers for being on the show, would that be considered an extra benefit?
I wouldn't say so, no.
You want us to get the death penalty or something?
No.
I mean, it might be worth it.
I wouldn't think so.
Speaking of the candy, man, Tom Jervis was in town last night. It's my guy. It's my guy, man. It's our guy. Don't act like he's not our guy.
We can't have nice things. We cannot have nice things without you ruining it. You just can't. You just can't.
You know there's a little piece you like the picture. Yeah, I'm here.
He just in town.
Just in town.
Hanging out. Go catch up with old Coach D.
Who's the AD at Bellarmine?
Should he be nervous?
I would be.
Okay, Steve. Moments.
Bellarmine's going D1.
Bellarmine's is going D1. Moments. We left off on moments this season.
Okay.
We started off Yum Center moments, being that the Yum Center is hosting its final 2 games.
Yep.
The men's and women's. 12 o'clock, people.
By the way, shout out to the women for clinching the ACC last night.
I
man.
know. Darn
Big
it. I waited
time.
way too long to
Big
say that.
time, man.
Shucks.
It's okay. We mentioned it in the Sports Center.
Absolutely.
Gave them their props.
You did a great job. Yeah.
Okay. Look, no, cannot advertise current players to be on coaches' shows. Call U of L. I hear you, Ellen. Listen, I wasn't going to do that anyway. Like, don't worry about it. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't dare.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put the players on here. Players. Well, you know.
Incoming recruits.
Yeah, because I can't control myself. You know, I can't control myself with the questions I'm going to ask. So, yeah, it's like whatever.
What question would you ask Jay Scrub to get you in trouble? What would it take to ensure you come here?
No. I wouldn't ask stuff like that. I know my questions would more be like.
What part of your game are you working on right now?
No, not even that. I would be more like, next year, like who on this team have you saw that can play at the level that you're going to play next year? And then I'm going to force him to be like, well, David's good. Everybody else sucks.
Congratulations, Jeb Whiting, getting married. I didn't know that.
Okay.
I hate getting messages like that in the middle of the show. Jeb, we got way too much history for me to be finding out from Jonathan Israel at 11:32. Hey, man, you know what? Take a quick commercial break, Lily. Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville.
Are you ready to get your green on and celebrate the St. Patrick's Bar Crawl at the Sports and Social Club at 4th Street Live? Our friends on the street are also offering up a $1,000 pot of gold this year, too. The green gets going on Saturday, March 7th, beginning at 4 o'clock. Your St. Patrick's Bar Crawl ticket includes drink specials, Shamrock t-shirt, collectible mug, and good old slice of pizza, too. Check out all the green details and purchase your ticket today on eventbrite.com.
Hello, Kentuckiana. This is Greg Galliette, Executive Vice President of the Louisville Bats baseball team. I want to take a moment to tell you about my good friends at Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic. I've worked with a great team at Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic for many years now, not only for sales and service for the Louisville Bats, but for also my personal home gym. I got to know Chris and Patrick Wider and their company Treadmill Medic almost 20 years ago when we needed service for our Louisville Bats training center. Treadmill Medic not only provides the best commercial sales and service in this area, but their 2 Fitness Market retail locations can help with any home fitness needs you may have. In fact, I just added an amazing exercise bike from Fitness Market to our home family gym, and I wouldn't have gone anywhere else. I know a good team when I see one, and I encourage you to go visit the team of Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic for all of your commercial and home gym needs.
Visit Fitness Market on Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive in Waterston Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Is your bedroom, sunroom, or room over the garage too hot in the summer, maybe too cold in the winter? BJ Heating and Cooling, your local factory authorized Bryant dealer, has teamed up with Bryant ductless equipment, whatever it takes to make that room enjoyable again. Bryant mini splits are quiet, efficient, and avoid the installation of bulky ductwork. Give BJ Heating and Cooling a call today to schedule your free estimate and get 0% financing for 3 years with approved credit. Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling.
With UPS Future, you get seriously pumped. As a package handler, you'll have a great job. Starting pay is $14 per hour, and you can graduate debt-free with Metro College. We're also hiring CDL tractor-trailer drivers at $21 per hour and up. Find out what you'll become at upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
Follow the sports leader. We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Military veteran Jeff Platt and girlfriend Summers Montgomery fell in love with a ring they saw on their very first visit to Genesis Diamonds.
The excitement on her face when she saw that, I'll never forget.
It was a stunning handcrafted ring by designer Jack Kalej with a rare Asher-cut diamond, but they didn't buy it. In fact, they spent an entire year shopping around, but nobody could beat Genesis when it came to design, value, and selection.
The number one common thing was they didn't even have the cut. No one had it. They had to order it. The choices were just not there like it is here at Genesis.
And nobody had the designer names Genesis has, so getting that wow factor wasn't easy.
And so every time we looked at another ring, the look wasn't there, the smile, the enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's pretty, but it's not the ring.
Of course, they ended up back at Genesis, and today they're happily married, and Summers is wearing the ring of her dreams.
It shines. It's just a gorgeous ring.
And Jeff?
I will highly recommend this to everybody that I run across. I won't go anywhere else to buy jewelry after this experience.
Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
With same-day pickup and delivery, you know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue and flambeurs, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Kroger, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Walk through history, char a barrel, and drink a cocktail. At Old Forester, we are far from your average tour. Experience the history of the only bourbon sold continuously for 150 years before, during, and after Prohibition. Old Forester Distilling Company offers tours and tastings Tuesday through Saturday at its home on Whiskey Row, 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of America's first bottled bourbon from grain to glass and see barrels handmade and fired in the on-site cooperage. Visit George's Bar at Old Forester Distilling Company, offering craft cocktails and flights from America's first bottled bourbon Tuesday through Saturday. Experience the history and production of bourbon in an immersive experience that's unlike any other at Old Forester Distilling Company, located on Whiskey Row at 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of the first bottled bourbon from grain to distillation to barreling, aging, and bottling. Following your tour, stop in George's Bar for a cocktail or flight of America's first bottled bourbon. Book your tour online today at oldforester.com. That's oldforester.com.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station.
I feel like I have to say it. Louisville up one spot to 10 in the net.
Where'd that come from, Steve?
Net.
Is that going to get us out of the 4 seed?
I think Louisville will end up being a 3. Here's the thing, and if you're a 3 or a 4, you go into Indy. Now, here's the problem. Kansas is going to Indy.
I don't know. Bring them on.
I'm not saying you can't beat them, but I mean the Indy bracket's setting up pretty tough. So regionally, I think Louisville will be a 3 or the 4 though. And here's the thing: what I've been saying all along, I think Kentucky's going to be there too. So it's going to be interesting. I think when it's all said and done, with the way Kentucky's schedule finishes out, the way Louisville's schedule finishes out, I think Kentucky's going to end up being the 2, and Louisville's going to end up being the 3 in Indianapolis. And I couldn't want that more this year. Yeah. So.
Yep. I want to learn about my coach too.
Yeah. See how it happens.
Just a reminder, people, please help us spread the word for a Coach Crum birthday celebration. Roosters, Middletown, Monday from 11 to 2. We have attempted to reserve the show equipment to do our show from Roosters, Middletown, barring any last-minute adjustments in schedule. That's what we're going to do. Feel free to come by 11 to 2, Middletown. It's always a good event. His famous potato soup luncheon. Proceeds will go to the Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation. Always a good event. Doug E. Fresh, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
I'm the man. Hey, Marcus, just a question. First of all, shout out to Denny Crum and y'all potato soup thing. Wish I could make it. But I just got a question. You guys were talking about this segment of, I guess, how you say this, with Louisville and Kentucky and possibly meeting in this section. I just want to know how you guys come across this, if it even works that way, because I don't think they're going to be in the same regions. So hook me up. I'll listen to you, brother, because I got to go to work, and I love you guys' show. Thanks, man.
Oh, listen, appreciate the call.
Just geographically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Listen, the higher you are, the closer you are. You're going to be ranked to be in your area. The teams that'll be above us, for them to be in their geographic regions, it will just put us like, if there's a site in New York, then Duke is going to get closer to New York. And, for example, whoever else the number 1 is from the East Coast is going to be there. Midwest, it just.
I would just be surprised if Kentucky lost another game.
Right.
With their remaining schedule. They do got Auburn at home, but,
Right.
Yeah, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, and it's not uncomfortable to say the SEC's trash.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think that there's a good chance they win out. And their net. Now, the net doesn't like Kentucky. That is the one caveat to this. Because they do have, I think Evansville's lost like 20-some games straight. So and Utah's not far behind.
They have not lost 20-something games straight.
No, I'm serious. I think they have. I think it's something crazy.
Are you making a joke, or are you dead serious?
No, I'm going to look it up.
While you look that up, Green Bay Denny, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Sorry, fellas, I'm getting in here late. Been a busy day. But I have a question for you. I've been thinking about Enoch and how he's supposed to feed the post. And I don't know if y'all talked about this today. I'm sorry I missed part of the show. But I want to ask you guys, do you think Enoch reminds you of Marvin Stone? I'm going to get off here and listen, but just the body language, the way he plays. You know, Marvin Stone had all this hype. I know he came from Kentucky to us, but I'm just saying he kind of reminds me of Marvin Stone. I want to get off and listen and see what you guys say.
Listen, I appreciate the call. I'm glad you
17. 17 straight.
I'm glad you brought up Steven Enoch because I kind of thought about it yesterday, and when we were doing the legacy of the players. When it came to Steven Enoch, I kind of put that on. You know, we let him down by not forcing him to get better position, right? Mm-hmm. And then I started thinking back on it, and I was like, maybe I was a little too harsh on the staff because I'm the first one to always admit that it is such a fine ingredients mixture to get an inside game going. You know, saying if you're not used to making your big man the pulley of the offense, if you're not used to running your offense through a big man,
sure,
it's hard to adjust to, you know, and if your guards aren't good at feeding the post, if your big man's not, you know, just not a guy who's Enoch, the reason he can shoot as well as he can, the reason he can finish as well as he can, the reason his free throws are nice is because he's been working on that stuff all his life.
Yeah.
He hasn't been working on getting position with his butt to turn around and dunk, right? Mm-hmm. And yesterday, I was kind of like under the assumption that Steven Enoch grew up playing a natural big man, you know, position. So later on, when I thought about it, I'm like, man, that stuff doesn't change overnight. You know, you just don't do that overnight because you want to teach them that, but you still want them to be able to shoot 3-pointers. And it's not like even before him, we were living off feeding the post. We've never had offenses that really fed the post like that. You know, Anawaku, you know, whose older brother played, you know, was kind of a outlier, a guy who can get on that right block and turn over his right shoulder, but that kind of came late. And
I know.
It was kind of like a surprising weapon we had, but we never went through the post. Ray Spalding had to just turn into a maniac to get the ball on the post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. And here's the thing. You can't remember or you can't forget. And I say this, and I'm going to watch how I say this, but hopefully y'all follow where I'm saying. Chris Mack didn't recruit Steve Enoch and Malik Williams. Mm-hmm. So he's also trying to adjust to a skill set that was here once he got here. Will we have big men like that going forward? Maybe not. I don't know. That may not be what he likes.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Maybe so. It's something that we'll have to see. So I'm just trying to not judge harshly either way.
Yeah. But you get my point. Like yesterday, I just kind of thought 2 years ought to be enough, you know what I'm saying, to have these guys in post moves. And then, you know, I thought about it. It's like, not if you haven't been doing that.
Yeah, not
at all.
That's not what you do.
Right. And you still got to let them be them last year. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like you had one real off season.
Yeah.
To kind of change these guys' style.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, you know, in hindsight, I'm kind of like that wasn't really I wasn't fair to the staff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, when I thought back on it.
What about, I want to ask you, speaking of staff, what about if you're Chris Mack, are you still giving Christian Lander a call? After watching that Indiana staff debacle last night?
Describe to people what you're referring to.
Last night, Archie Miller on the sidelines, arguing, screaming back and forth. By the way, Indiana got embarrassed last night. Screaming and yelling at his assistants. The assistants screaming at him back, which I don't mind a little bit.
Lily, did you see the Indiana coaches get into it?
Yeah, when they were sitting on the bench and the head coach was sitting there and he's like,
Did you think the assistant coach was out of line, or did you think that was good coaching, back and forth conflict resolution?
I don't think that's the proper way to resolve a conflict by screaming at each other. The head coach, what's his name again?
Archie Miller.
Archie, yeah. He seemed like he was a little too upset to me, if you ask me.
So
he seemed like he was.
You think the head coach
like,
was out of line?
Yeah.
What did you think, Steve? First of all, the exchange. What did you think?
Yeah, the exchange looked. I don't mind some bickering back and forth, but that should be. I kind of agree with Lily, and the only reason I say he's out of line is because he didn't cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the point where, as a head coach, you get angry, but at the end of the day, you may get angry, but at the end of the day, that's where Marcus looks at Steve and says, "Hey, that's it, right? Done, or get off the bench right now. We'll talk about this later." Like, you have to be able to nip that, because coaches argue.
Yeah, I wouldn't have agreed with you.
Yeah,
except for Archie didn't do his interview either.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I say, okay, you're the one out of line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where he kind of waved him off. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not doing this interview.
Yeah. Like your professionalism is still on display at that point.
Yeah, because I just think that you have to cut that. Like, you have to cut that. Like
Or
okay,
or you have to be coach. You have to be coachy enough to let him get his point out, and then say, when we get to the locker room, just hey man, like all that demonstrative stuff, like don't do that on the sideline.
Yeah. Not. It looked like children. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they were trying to figure it out, man, but it looked bad. So anyway, ask the question again. If you're Coach Mack,
do you?
Okay, put it this way. I want to know, Steve, are you prepared for Archie Miller to start saying publicly how Chris Mack is messing with my committed players? I'll ask you that too, Lily. Are you prepared as a Louisville fan, right, for Archie Miller to start talking about how Chris Mack is out here trying to poach my guys that are already committed? Because that's a bad look.
No, I don't think so. No way. That's recruiting.
Committed players, though?
Yeah, you ain't signed.
You're supposed to lay
true.
off.
Yeah,
That's
no.
Unless they reach out to you, you're supposed to leave them alone.
No, no, absolutely not. Heck no. I don't agree with that at all. No, dude, this is fair game.
So
man.
you think that stuff's dead? The gentleman contract of committed?
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm still. What's up?
Hey man, you see our coaches the other night?
Like, I mean, yeah, no, you still. I don't know that Mac does it.
Can Mac send him a tweet to say you good?
You up? Yeah. I know. Yeah, no, man. Yeah.
Can Coach? Okay, so if Archie Miller retweeted a Chris Mack tweet to Christian Lander saying you up, you don't think that would be a bad look?
No.
Or what about if he tweeted him eyeball emojis?
Trying to win games, man.
Yeah, the coaches are trying to win. They're trying to get these players on their team,
Chris Mack's got multi-million dollars on the line.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are.
Yeah, no,
What
I
happened
think
to
that's
y'all?
fair, man. Until you're signed, you're fair game, dude.
Who are y'all?
Okay, girl comes to you and says, "Hey, Marcus,
this is a terrible example already.
I love you. You're awesome." You're like, "Dang, I love you too." She's like, "I'm not married, but I got a boyfriend. But I'd like you better. I'm ready to leave him now."
That's horrible. Absolutely not.
Fair game.
Absolutely not. That was the worst example you've ever made.
It's not.
Girl
Worse.
comes after me when she says, "I want you more than my current boyfriend,"
Yep.
and you think that's fair game?
Yeah.
Winning is a cutthroat business. Football, football I think is different. Winning is a cutthroat
Hey,
business.
listen, now you're pulling to me because I'm always like, yeah, but football players are different.
Yeah, I mean, just the number. Did the FSU reach out to Chuba?
Yeah.
No, I think Chuba reached out to them.
It doesn't
no way-
matter.
There's no way Chuba reached out to them.
Doesn't matter. Even if he did, they didn't say no.
Well, let's just have Jimmy settle this. Jimmy, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's fair?
Marcus Maben. Stephen Rumage. Hey,
I'm listening.
Just going to chime in on this basketball recruiting thing. I'm not a recruiting expert. I do follow. What I will say is I'll side with Marcus here that I was friends with a former assistant coach under Patino whose kids went to school with my kids. And the understanding in basketball recruiting among their fraternity of coaches is a verbal commitment the rest of the coaches lay back off of you. Football's different. Football, they stay on you until signing day. But basketball, there's a gentleman's agreement among the coaches that once I get a verbal, that player has to reach out to you before you come after my guy. So, Marcus, from what I know, my experience with a former coach here told me,
Jimmy,
his mouth to my ears.
Jimmy,
that's the way it works.
Let me say this to you right now, because I want you to respond before Steve even gets a chance to say what he's going to say. Right now, okay, he's not saying this, so don't take this personal. But right now, either on air or off air, Steve is going to say, anybody who thinks like you think, Jimmy, is a loser. I'm telling you. I know Steve, and that's what he's saying in his brain right now. Listen, he ain't going to say it on air, but he's going to get mad later on and be like, all of us who think like me and you, Jimmy, are losers. Respond to him before he gets a chance to do that.
Well, I know just from experience, if you tell me something about learning the scouting report, Marcus Maben said, this is why it's not as easy as fans think it is to learn a scouting report. I'm going to take your word for it because you've been in the moment.
Right.
I've never prepared for North Carolina or Utah or Syracuse like that run you had when we were going bananas in Freedom Hall.
Yeah, I was just good, though. That wasn't scouting report.
Well, yeah, that's right. But if you say something as an expert, and the coach who told me, I'll put it out there, is Marvin Menzies. His son was in school with my son, and he told me several times, because I picked his brain for everything he would tell me, and he was pretty much an open book about different things. And when he tells me, this is the way the fraternity of coaches views something, I'm thinking that there's probably a sprinkling of coaches that don't do it that way. But when he tells me, this is the way it's done in basketball. Now, football is different, because I was like, no, football, they go after you until signing day. He said, that's the difference between football and basketball. Probably part of it being a numbers game, but he can say we're losers or whatever. That's fine. He can use another bad dating analogy if he wants.
Do you think Cal goes after committed players?
I've evolved on Cal. 15 years ago, I thought he was cheating every breath he took. And I thought, he cheats. I think if he cheated, if he does things that are awful to other coaches or to players or whatever, people would speak out. And generally speaking, he's got a pretty good reputation. Players that transfer speak highly of him. They don't say, this is how we were paid under the table. This is how we were, whatever. Coaches, people tend to respect him and like him from what I can tell. So I don't know if he does it or not. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he has to. He generally gets early commitments. I don't like the way that he came in late on, like, Marcus Teague, Devin Askew. He seems like we recruit these guys for 2 years, go to every game, and then he swoops in and picks them up. But who knows whether Marcus Teague called him the week before he committed or a month before and said, hey, are you interested in me? So I don't know how it works, but he's not hated amongst the profession, so I think he probably does things pretty well for his peers. I don't know, but that's what it seems like to me.
Appreciate the call, Jimmy. So, Steve, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, Jimmy, I'm sure you and Marvin Menzies have a great relationship. But pardon me if he didn't give you the insides to what they do. And, so you're telling me you asked the coach and he was like, oh, yeah, no, we don't do that. Like, oh, okay. Oh.
He thinks Marvin Menzies is honest.
Hey, maybe he is.
So you still go after
Marvin
Crystal?
Menzies also coached here in 2003. It's 2020.
That was literally 17 years ago.
Yeah. Actually, I think he was here in 05. 05 or so. Yeah. It's about 15 years ago. So, at 2020,
the coaching fraternity is dead.
When Adidas and Nike and Under Armour are paying players, to hell with your coaching fraternity. I'm going after players and trying to get them. I don't care who they're committed to.